There's like too much to film to get this all in a YouTube video.
Trouble reading the signs. You're perfect. Undecided. Can't you see that I'm blind?
I am currently by myself, which this will be like my first time ever probably like hiking or being out in the middle of nowhere by myself, and I just have to document how beautiful this is. I am so happy I rented a car. I feel super safe so far. I mean, I'm the only person out here. It's currently 7:30 a.m. I am pulling up now. I think it says that it's about a 2 to 5 minute walk to the waterfall. So I'm gonna do that. I am so stupid because I was literally like thinking, are there bears out here? Yeah, sorry, I'm from Florida, so I feel like I have to prepare always for nature to intervene. Okay, it looks like there's only one. I can literally see it. I can literally see it. My goodness, it's so beautiful. This is it. Magical. That's definitely it.
Pour me more from the wine. A sip that would ease the feeling. To keep me inside the line. I just wanna know what you're thinking. I'm knocking at your door. Perfectly indecisively.
Oh my gosh. So pretty.
Pour me more from the wine. A sip that would ease the feeling. To keep me inside the line.
Good morning, everyone. I am currently driving to the Columbia River Gorge. I stayed in Portland last night, and I just can't even describe this trip so far. It is absolutely stunning. I'm about 4 miles out from the river, and today I have a lot planned. I'm going to try to do Portland in the next 12 hours. I'm so excited though. I am thinking about doing, so I'm going to go to this, and then there was another waterfall that I recommended, and I asked for like a cute little breakfast spot. Looked that up. I think I found a few options. I'll film that. And there's just, I mean, I've river on both sides of me, mountains, again, showing you guys. So yeah, going to a few waterfalls, breakfast, and then I'm gonna do Powell'S books, of course. I want to buy like 5 books. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'm so excited. And then the Japanese garden, maybe those in reverse. So the Japanese garden and then Powell'S books. And then I am going to maybe do like a wine tasting or tea tasting, grab dinner. And then I'm gonna hang out. So yesterday I was actually super pissed because I drove into Portland like an idiot. I didn't really have much planned for Portland. I was kind of just like, I want to get Portland. Like I want to go there. I want to snatch up my 26th state of Oregon. So it's like, I didn't really think through anything. I unfortunately thought that there would be, I know like Twilight is filmed in Forks, Washington. However, there's like a few scattered filming locations through Portland or through Oregon, and I didn't realize that a lot of those are in Mount St. Helen. Yeah, I just didn't realize they were in Mount St. Helen, and I drove right through Mount St. Helen. I literally pulled off on the exit. I probably had that intuition. I was like, wow, it's so beautiful here. I've always heard about this volcano, never really pictured it like in Oregon, never thought about it. Why would I? I don't live here. And I just there's so many places. But I drove past it. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, is that the volcano that I definitely used to watch disaster videos about when I was probably in elementary school. And yeah, it is. Anyways, I pulled off mesmerized, and for some reason I was like, let me keep going to Portland because I want to see the filming locations for Twilight. Stupid. You were in the city, you were in the town where they were filmed. So that was definitely a miss for me, but it's okay. Tomorrow morning I have to head straight back to Seattle to meet my coworker. She lands at like 10, 11 a.m. and I want to be back at the rental car place by 11 probably. So I'm going to leave Portland, I think at like 6 a.m. I mean, this morning I woke up at like 5 because it's 8 in the East Coast, on the East Coast. So anyways, I'm pulling in, so I'm so excited. I'm just feeling so grateful for this trip. This is such an amazing experience, and I can't wait to show you guys my day today.
Falling into your tactics, in between different lines, peeling layers of plastic, fitting them to my hand.
Artlist.io.
I'm stuck in a haze, I'm spinning.
This place is so cute. Oh my gosh, they have espressos. It looks like a little like fairy village.
Do you wanna I just couldn't think about. Do you wanna show me one thing I just couldn't live without? I just wanna know what you're thinking. I'm knocking at your door. Perfectly indecisively said we must take it slow. We're stuck in a drinking. I wonder if that's what slowly sinking feels like. Overthinking feels like slowly sinking.
Wow. Little cave. I have about 15 minutes left. It's like pretty straight up.
Pour me more from the wine, a sip that would ease the feeling, to keep me inside the line. I just wanna know what you're thinking. I'm knocking at your door. Perfectly.
I am completely alone out here. Completely alone.
Falling into your tactics, in
I'm so glad I came out here. I'm literally weekend maxing by flying to the West Coast and having 3 hours extra. It's only 8 in the morning and I've already traveled to the most beautiful place in America, potentially.
Falling into your tactics, in between different lanes, feeling less.
This is absolutely stunning. This is so cool. This is so cool. magical, so peaceful. Apparently we're in Japan. Look how beautiful it is. It is so fun to be able to pretend that you're a local in a city for a weekend. It's one of my favorite things ever. Also, I am so excited for dinner. I am at Hana Sushi, and it is a conveyor belt sushi place, but I got the chef's rolls. I got 2. I haven't eaten since this morning, and I think I'm at like 20,000 steps, and I still have a lot more to do, so I need to carb and protein up. Gotta keep going. After this, I'm going to Powell'S bookstore, which I'm really excited about. So, just wow. Portland? I love you. I'm walking past this place called the Capital One Cafe, and I started talking to this guy, and he's like so nice, and we're just like chatting, and he's like the absolute sweetest guy. He says, Capital One wants to buy you a drink, and then he also gave me a bag full of like a whole bunch of goodies in there. Like there's like Capital One merch. Anyways, shout out Capital One. It's literally how I travel, and it's the best credit card in the world. I love them so much, and I have a matcha from them. And I'm at dinner, sushi, and I got a bunch of Capital One merch. And all I was saying to him was like, I love Capital One. Like, it's my favorite card ever, and I'm obsessed. But it got me merch. That's why you should be nice to people. I feel like just chatting can get you far in life.
Is
currently 8:19 in Portland. 8:19 p.m. that is, obviously. The sun is setting. I thought I would leave the window open as we go through some of the things that I got today. I wanted to show off some things. I have like chocolate I want to show you guys, and I was going to try some different postcards, kind of walk through what I did, where I went, what I recommend. This is my first ever time in Portland. So, and I really didn't come here with much of a plan. I knew I wanted to do the highlights, the best of the best, what everyone would recommend. And I also wanted to do some like Twilight things, as much as I could. I used ChatGPT. I always want to say it ChatGPT. People say it like that. Maybe just my friends say it like that, actually. Probably no one else says it like that. Anyways, I asked it to plan a trip for me, and it led me horribly wrong. So that was my last time I'll ever use AI for a trip. First and last time. Anyways, this morning I woke up at like 5:45, and I was like wanting to go back to bed, but on the East Coast, that's obviously 8:45. So I was like, I would normally be up at this time anyways. I don't mind staying on the East Coast time, because when I go back to the East Coast, I am only there for 3 days before I have to go on another trip. It's still on the East Coast. I'm going from South Carolina to Florida, so it's fine. But I don't want to like be feeling like any type of way. Typically jet lag doesn't affect me too much. The only thing that happens is I just get a little sleepy, but I can handle it like a champ. But yeah, so I woke up at 5:45, and I was like, let me just start the day. I'm so glad that I started the day. Highly recommend starting early. This is what I did. Here's the itinerary. The first thing I did when I woke up was I got in the rental car, and I went to Lauderdale Falls. I drove to Lauderdale Falls, and if that's not how you say it, I'm really sorry, but that's how Siri just said it. So Lauderdale Falls, and I pulled in I didn't end up leaving the hotel until like 6:30. So I got out there like maybe 7:15. There was no one out there. There was one van or one truck, and no one was in the truck. So I was like a little scared. I was like, I mean, not to be dramatic, but this is like my first solo trip. I want to make sure I'm playing it safe. I'm kind of in the woods. Like, no one lives here that I know. So anyways, I kind of scoped it out, and all of a sudden this couple pulls in, and it was like perfect. I felt super safe, and I immediately started walking. There's like a little staircase to like a little view of this waterfall. It was amazing. I started doing a hike, and I didn't know where I was going. I realized I was alone. It was really early, and I still had a lot I wanted to do. So I turned around. I walked for like maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. I just got this feeling of like, let's find some other people. Like, I'm like alone. The couple like ended up leaving. And then I went straight from there to the Columbia River Gorge, and it was the most amazing thing ever. The Columbia River Gorge was alone worth the rental car and all the money that I paid. When you get there, you have a view straight up to the top of the waterfall, but there's a hike you can do that takes you to the top. I do have to say, this was a pretty hard hike. I feel like anyone that's like average in shape you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. I was just like I think I was just tired and hungry, and it kind of kicked my butt, to be honest with you guys. But it was so worth it. It was absolutely beautiful. The whole way up you had the most beautiful views of the Columbia River. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I went to this place.
Le Petit Café NW.
I went there and it was absolutely amazing. I got all ad photos. I'll add photos of what I got because it was amazing. And I absolutely devoured it. I definitely smashed that super hard. I did not pass, I smashed that guy pretty violently. I then went to the Japanese garden and I would highly recommend. I got the strawberry tea. There's this cafe right at the top as soon as you enter the garden, and it has glass walls and you have a beautiful view down, like back towards the entrance. But I also got matcha caramel sesame chocolate. So good. I really wanted to have Twilight on in the background, but it's not on any streaming services. That's literally why. Okay, I'm really not going to lie to you. I just absolutely obliterated this chocolate bar. So then, yeah, I grabbed dinner. I went and saw the famous Portland sign. I think it's called like the White Stag sign. After dinner, I went to Powell's. I had to get a book while I was there. I was gonna get Twilight because like I thought that'd be cute. Like, oh, I got it from Portland. But I didn't get Twilight because I already have Twilight. And I was like, let me get something that I want to read. So I got Babel, which I'm really excited about. I've heard about this book for like a few years now, and I've been wanting to read it. I just haven't picked it up. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up early and hit some of the Twilight locations in Mount St. Helen, but I have to be in Seattle by like 10 or 11 a.m. My coworker's flying in at like 10:30, so I'm going to meet her at the airport. And then I get rid of my rental car, but we get another car for our, my work is paying for a car. So I'm really excited to see what we get to do this week. It's absolutely crazy that this is technically my first 24 hours, like first 24 hours here. I feel like I did so much today. Some things that I'll for sure be doing in Seattle: Space Needle, the fish market, the Pike's Place original and first Starbucks, and the gum wall. That's basically all I know about Seattle. I will learn more though. So I'm excited. We're staying at a really cute hotel, I think. So it'll be nice to have a nice place to stay. I feel so hungry. Super tired. It's 9, so that's midnight Eastern Standard. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.